How's it going, everybody? My name is Matthew, and for 3.5 years, I lived in a cargo van full-time so I could reboot my life. Along the way, I created some amazing memories and had some not-so-great experiences, but it all helped make me who I am today. Now, I am settling down and building a home for myself and my little girl while sharing my experiences and overcoming new challenges from van life to house life and everything in between. Welcome to Van Life Plus. Heading off to BC very soon with the Pirate Princess in the good ship Lucky. So we're going to be spending some time getting her ready in this video and, just organizing all of that. Also, my mother put in a photo order, obviously, here at London Drugs in Calgary, asked me to pick it up. So we are once again in charge of making sure that these precious memories reach their intended destination. But before that, real quick, stopped at the UPS store and I got some letter mail from the United Kingdom. It says, keep smiling on the back. A new home, the Moving On Company. There's the card. That is super cute. Ooh, look at that. This comes from Teresa in the UK. Oh boy. I will do my best to read this. It also came with a whole bunch of little pirate stickers for the Pirate Princess and, well, me. I like pirate stuff too. Thank you very much, Teresa. I appreciate you sending that out. It finally arrived. I don't know when you sent it, but it is here now. All right, now let's make sure we don't actually forget to take the photos with us when we go, because there's a couple days left while I'm filming this until we actually leave. And there's only one way to ensure the photos don't get left behind. And that is to put them into the good ship Lucky. Toot bloody sweet. Oh yeah, we also have to empty some stuff out. We don't need to be bringing this with us or this. But those two things sound like a future Matthew problem, because for now, we say night to the good ship Lucky. See you soon. Okay, and it's the next day, just getting ready. I figured I'd get the go bag ready. I'm really looking forward to this trip. I haven't been out to BC yet since we moved into Tortuga, and it's gonna be an interesting one, specifically from the dynamic of the van life versus the sticks and bricks life, and what we need, what we don't need. You know, it was always it was interesting because in the past when I was packing things, I packed the go bag just to make my life easier for when we get to my parents' house, so I'm not schlepping a bunch of stuff in. But there wasn't so much concern that, oh, if I'm missing something, it's probably in the van, because that's where all of our stuff is primarily, you know? So I'm packing a few more like extra things for Brooklyn, obviously, because little girls are gonna be little girls. They're gonna get messy, dirty, who knows what. But I also know that there's some clothes out there for her. Obviously the trips to BC are not gonna stop anytime soon. And it would be nice and convenient to just be able to stock her dresser out there with clothes so that all we really have to do is come with the clothes on our backs. Well, for her anyway, because her clothes are still quite small. But I have no idea what is out there right now. Looking ahead at the forecast, I was thinking it was supposed to be super hot when we're there, but now the forecast has changed and it's going to be more mild. It's still going to be warm because it's BC and it's June, but I hit up Once Upon a Child the other day. I was able to find a bunch of little sort of like, not necessarily specifically summer dresses, but stuff that will definitely allow the little pirate princess to stay nice and cool while she's getting into all sorts of shenanigans out there. So I'm excited to get her into these. So we're gonna pack all this stuff, and who knows, maybe some of the stuff we can leave out there with us. I'm still trying to like figure out the balance of what I should have on hand for her here, and obviously she needs to have more stuff here for the seasons at large. But yeah, it's a slow grind, and it's kind of fun, sort of like piecemealing everything together. That is rigid denim. Gonna have to break that in a little bit, my goodness. And then for myself, again, I guess this is a good opportunity because I want to get this go bag ready so that I can just take it tomorrow, throw it in Lucky, and then not have to worry about it the following morning when it is we're actually leaving. But I could take this opportunity to also take some clothes out to Lucky that will permanently live in Lucky. I might not necessarily need them this trip, but, and I think it makes the most sense to take out some more, a little bit more of my novelty t-shirts over the years. We'll take this one, we'll take this one. I got my my Jeep one from Zora. I got my If Matthew Can't Fix It, We're All Screwed one here. I've also got, what we got here? All right, we got a Rocky Mountain flannel one. I got my Spread Positivity one. This is the thing though too. I run hot, and even if it's not gonna be over 30 degrees Celsius when we're there, I'm still probably going to be very warm. Hell, I'm warm right now, and I just had a shower. My goodness. But like I mentioned in the previous video, we better grab some of these breezier shirts that can live there. So I got a, wow, talk about a throwback. Yeesh. That is an OG merch shirt from Van Life Plus. That can definitely go into the van. And then, okay, we got that one. Good, good, good. Oh, I got it. Okay, wait, but I'm getting off track. I also need to pack for the trip. So, it never ends. Oh, I'm probably gonna need another. Yeah. Let's make use of our packable cube thingies. Oh, there's another one up there. Thought for sure I had lost one. I wouldn't put it past me. Anyways, yeah, we're gonna get this bag packed up and ready to go just with our clothes, any sort of toiletries we might take. Toiletries we don't need too many of. We do have a lot of stuff out there like toothbrushes and whatnot, so that's good, but you never know what you might need in a pinch. I'm also an amazing overthinker, right? And I think that's partly because, well, I mean, I've always been an overthinker, but also in terms of just like what could go wrong. And I've always had the comfort of the van, knowing everything's there. Since I've been removing stuff and we're slowly transitioning Lucky into a camper van, currently there's not everything in the van. Case in point, pillows, right? Like there's no intention of us needing to sleep in Lucky on this trip because primarily we're gonna be going from here to New Denver, spending our time there. We're gonna be loading Lucky up with stuff that I've been keeping out at my parents' house in order to bring back to the city. And that's it. And then it'll just be a trip back, right? But there goes my overthinking brain. What if, you know? Like what if something happens and we just have to hunker down in Lucky? I don't have any pillows in Lucky right now. They are in Tortuga. So knowing me, I'll probably throw a couple pillows in there as well, but. So yeah, we will get all of this stuff packed up, and then I think we're gonna rip over to Lindsay's because I still have a couple things in storage in her garage. Primarily at this point, it's just like parts for Lucky. One of those parts is the bike rack because I think I'm gonna wanna bring back Getaway Girl and Bike so that we have them here for the summer. And I don't want to have them in Lucky. Again, it's the aforementioned what if. Going back to the whole idea of me wanting to get Lucky prepped for myself so that I don't have to always schlep clothes for me out whenever I might want to just take off at the drop of a hat, this is probably a perfect opportunity. Load up stuff, for example, ginch and socks for this trip, and then when I'm done the trip in BC, most of this will just stay in Lucky, not just a hat rack. Although I'm never going to be able to get that system perfect in one go, knowing me, but that's what we're going to shoot for at this point. In very typical me fashion, I've kind of gotten off track here. Well, only in the sense that I've now gone beyond just simply packing the go bag. I'm actually putting stuff aside specifically to go in the van all the time so that's ready to go. So over here, I've got everything that I'm just going to take for this trip right now. So I'm loading up this packing cube. I've got some party shirts. I've got, just in here, that's just party shirts. And then I've got a bunch of tank tops for the nice warm weather. I don't know if these are all going to fit in here right now, right? I got underwear and socks in here for the trip. Those are going to be the crossovers that will end up, staying in Lucky at the end of this trip. But I've also got t-shirts for this trip, all right? So now this cube is technically done. Yeah, nothing's ever done, but I can say that till I'm blue in the face, right? So that's good to go. Stick this in here. The go bag is actually going to stay here for now because I still don't know 100% which toiletries I might need to bring. I have a haircut now and running water, so I've got hair product and I have one more day. So we're not quite ready for you just yet. But then over here, I've got some bamboos that will live in the van permanently. I've got the t-shirts that I just talked about, some tank tops for hotter weather, and then I've got a couple pairs of shorts and a pair of pants. Maybe, well, it's definitely not the season for it. I was gonna say maybe a pair of jeans in the van would be good as well. But I think we'll start with this, and we'll just build out from there. And what you see here, in case you don't realize it, that's a lot less than I had in the good ship Lucky, less than a month ago. Okay, so we can start schlepping some of this stuff to Lucky. So there's all the clothes. And yes, I also want to get it stocked up with Revita. Let's not be crazy. I guess I don't need this one box here. Let's just... Tea. Kobe. Nailed it. Also, yes, you probably couldn't hear her. She just gave me a little bit of a retort. But of course, the big fat putty tat is coming. And let me see here. We've got... when do we leave? She'll eat Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, just to be safe. I got it, Penny. Hiya! We'll get those. Oh, you know what? Actually, we have one can in the van already, but we should also probably keep that can on hand for emergency purposes as well. So never mind. Keep that there. And how are your cookies looking? Maybe we'll get your cookies loaded up now, and we'll just bring this bag with us. What do you say? Here you go. Bone apple teats, kitty cat. That'll hold you till we go. Let's not forget the salt and pepper shakers, which I did check with Frances, and she is absolutely a-okay with me paying this forward to Mom and Dad. So let's not forget that. And what else? Well, lots else. But for now, it's probably good enough. And back in a good ship Lucky. Gonna get her fired up here, and we'll get our box of stuff. But we will, before... Some things never change. Before that, let's get the fridge powered back on. Before that, let's make sure we can see what we're doing in here. Let there be light. Excellent. Put that back up there. And then, yeah, let's turn this bad boy on and see what we got. I haven't had it on since we thawed it out and cleaned it all out the other day. And what is everything set at? So we still have the left side as a fridge and the right side as a freezer. What the heck was that? Right, nice and clean inside. What does it smell like? Not terrible. Excellent. However, we don't need a freezer side right now. So simple as this, we're just going to yank out this divider and it will turn itself back into just a single zone there. We have it set at 4 degrees. Maybe we'll drop that down to 3. Then we'll just take our divider and we're going to store it up here on the underside of the lid. Just make sure it's latched in there properly. There's a tendency to fall out if it's not. Let's see. That seems like a pretty good test. Excellent. So it'll come down to temp and our tea will be good and cold when we need it to be. Plus any other things that we might want for the road. I'll probably be able to prep sandwiches, maybe hard boil some eggs, and we won't have to stop as much as we usually do. Although there is the golden arches in Revelstoke, but future Matthew problem. All right, Lucky. Hopefully you've been enjoying your slumber. Ooh, got the fan on nice and high. No muss, no fuss. And we'll have to maybe drop this at the garage as well. We'll just do a whole swap. The tow system for the bike rack. That's me plan. Let's go get a box of shit. All right, we got the grinders here. I think I just called them shakers before. Oh, we don't have any room in there for this. We're still loaded up with a few things. All right, you sit there for now. Penny's food can come out. Disorganized, and yes, we do have an emergency can up here, I believe. Where did I see it? There it is, hiding under there. Perfect. Let's put these, wait a second. Is that gonna make it too heavy? Bloody, probably. Let's see what we got in this cupboard. We have room in here, in any of these drawers. No, why would we? My goodness. All right, we made room over here for her food. Should be more than enough room for her little cans for our trip here. See, one more there. Oh, a couple more here, yeah. Hopefully that's all of them. Yeah, look at that. More than enough room. Excellent. All right, and the fridge is already down to 6 degrees Celsius. Excellent. Tip this here, hold that there. Hopefully, I don't know, we're kind of working against gravity here. Lucky is on a little bit of an angle, but load this up with our teas. I don't know why stand them up? We're clearly just going driving. All right, just get them in there. Nice cold Revita for the road. Hiya! What the EcoFlow Glacier is now. Place for the energy tea. All right, oh, we've got one scallywag can of cat food back in there with your brethren. Perfect. Now for the clothes. Oh, we're gonna need to make a little bit of room on the bed for moi. This can probably, we're not gonna need this for this trip. There's no real good spot for that in Lucky either. I don't know if I'll be able to find one in the meantime either. Anyway, okay, we've got overstocked paper towel and we've got very much empty cupboards up here for the most part. Some card games back there for Brooklyn, as well as some Duke Cannon cold shower wipes. Heck yes. And some toques. Right. Okay, well, let's just carpe diem. I'm loving having all this space up here too. Before Tortuga came around, it was very stocked in here. This is where the majority of my clothes were, was in this one. The back one had backup t-shirts as well. My Ginch and socks were over on this one. And if I'm being honest, this shelf, probably not long for this world, but again, getting ahead of myself. And this middle cupboard near the end there, that's where my rekindled hobby equipment lived. Let's just put it that way. For now, okay, let's see what we got here. So these are t-shirts. All right, so we're not gonna need probably a lot of these coming into the summer, right? Like maybe on a couple days where they're nice and cool. T-shirts at the back, excellent. And then, oh yeah, we'll get the lighter weight stuff as well. So I got my tank top there, and I had to obviously grab this Dixon bamboo because if you know, you know. At least one of them had to remain on the good ship, Lucky, for those hot days. So we've got a long sleeve bamboo, a short sleeve bamboo, and a Van Life Plus modified bamboo. You can go on the t-shirts as well back there. And then our short, yeah, right. Maybe we'll put the bottoms in next. So, like I said, 2 pairs of shorts, a pair of pants. Pants can definitely go on the bottom. I think this is actually the cupboard that these were just in. So, actually, maybe just to keep myself organized, because I can for now. Why not? Spread out a little bit. Let's do the shorts over here, and they can go in there, and then we'll put the, oh yeah, okay, there we go. I'm getting ahead of me. You hear that? Hear that? Blah, 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 blah. Ridiculous. Tops, bottoms. Problem solved. Maybe for this back one for now anyway, until I find better use for it, since the cold wipes are in there. Let's put some more like stocky stuff in there. So like the extra paper towel can go in there. We'll put our microfiber beach towel in there just for now. And then we've also got, we've got a pair of sweatpants here. Right, these will be nice to have in here for now though. Maybe we'll just stick them in the bottoms. We got a spot for you. There we go. Close that up. Well, I guess I do have a pillow in here. So this is the body pillow that I was using as insulate, like a draft blocker at the back there. Got a little schmutzy in the move. And this is as far as I know, this is a built-in pillowcase. I don't think it comes off. So I may have to wash the entire pillow, drag that into Tortuga later. All right, slowly getting organized here. We got our little table. And then, yeah, I'll have to get the bed made before we leave. I do have the sheets all inside. What am I sitting on? Oh, an extra set of keys. That's always comfortable. But yeah, I've got the sheets inside, so we'll make the bed, again, just in case of emergencies. And then this is the big-ass Costco blanket that I used for the majority of my van life. It's a king-size blanket. It's very nice and cozy in the winter. But again, I think this will be something that I remove from the Good Ship Lucky for now, because I do have my pirate blanket here, and this would be more than enough in the Good Ship Lucky in a pinch, right? And I'll probably just use this definitely for the summer and fall. So we'll get everything tidied up still. Oh yeah, we got the ceiling fan cover. This can go up here. There we go. And, ooh, more cold shower wipes. I should probably go through this cupboard as well. We got in here, we got a jacket. Oh, that's a good point. But again, it's summer. Sorry, my brain just went, did you feel that? But that third cupboard back there for stuff like, well, a jacket, sweaters, and we're gonna need some flannel in here, obviously. For now, though, you can remain an overstock supply cupboard. And like this is, I've gotten used to, oh, I've already got Ginch in here. Look at me go. Oh, hey, we need a Ginch cupboard. Well, there we go. Anyway, so good. I was already sort of planning, and socks. So I might have more than enough. So, okay, let's put a pin in this cupboard. That's not something I need to go through right now, I don't think. Socks and everything. I've definitely gotten used to having this extra storage, but reduce, reuse, well, maybe not reuse, but recycle it and reduce the weight in the Good Ship Lucky. Also, back in the day, I used to use these cargo nets for my socks and my underwear. I mean, hey, if I only end up having 3 pairs of socks and 3 pairs of underwear, that might be more than fine. Go through the books that are hanging back there as well. So much to do and all the time to do it. So why rush and do it now? And unfortunately, the answer to that question is because I'm me. All right, let's take this down and see. So what we got up here? We've got our car parts for kids, simple as ABC. So got a little critters book in here, just grandma, grandpa, and me. It's always nice to have some reading material on hand for camping trips and whatnot. Obviously, down here, I've got my OG copy of Songs of a Sourdough by Robert W. Service, as well as, oh, we've got like a pool bag in here. That's good to have. We've got, oh, wait, this stuff can definitely come in. We've got card readers and extra HDMI cables and stuff. My goodness. And of course, no crevice in the Good Ship Lucky would be complete without a plethora of Dixon stickers. Should get myself a sticker book at this point. I've also got a, ooh, I still have a, hey, look what I found. Greetings from Houston. All right, we've got stickers to slap on Lucky's ass, as we usually do. All right, oh, we've also got, look at what's back here. This is what I was keeping near my head the whole time. I've got Stella's paw print. Yeah, there's a few different variations of it in here. Bring that into the house too. That's what the pendant that I usually wear around my neck was made from. These the paw prints of her from the vets. And for those that might be wondering, the pendant is not usually around my neck in the summertime because more often than not I'm wearing like tank tops. What the hell is going on outside? I hear people squealing. Act appropriately. It's the middle of the damn day. Some people's kids are sprawled out on the bed in their tiny home on wheels, yapping to their phone. To each their own, I suppose. Anyway, getting off track here. So, get all these stickers together, put them over here, and then we could grab some underoos, slap them in here. Always make sure that they're clean when you're keeping them this close to your face for storage, and some socks. And like, honestly, that kind of replaces this cubby up here. Sort of, you know, like it's not, you know, obviously it's not perfect. So these books can go back up here and we could keep Songs of a Sourdough in here. Makes sense. It's been in Lucky since day bloody one. All right, cool. Now onwards to glory. Ha! All right, on the road to Lindsay's, and of course, in true me fashion, I didn't just end there in that last clip. I got that entire cubby completely cleared out, a few things that could get thrown out, and other odds and ends of stuff that can come into the house with me. There was extra batteries and stuff in there. Long story short, it's now ready to be removed, if that is in fact what I deem it to be doing. So, figure that out, and yeah, I'm also looking at the mileage up here on my little sticker that Mr. Lube gave me from the last time the Good Ship Lucky had her oil changed, and looking what's actually on my odometer, we got about 1,300 kilometers to go before that oil change is due, which after the trip to New Denver will only leave about 800 remaining. I may want to carpe diem the opportunity being out there with my dad's ramps and everything. Maybe a trip to Canadian Tire is in order and I'll do my own oil change over there. I haven't done that in a while. And, well, you know, I was going to say that'll save me some money. That's not always the case. Only if there are sales happening on the oil, because if it's full-priced oil, it's almost not even worth it, because it's almost the same price as going to Mr. Lou. But yeah, we'll see. Could keep my eye on that. God, how did that happen? I feel like I just got it done. She's a good girl, the old ship, Lucky. Well, now I'm like, what is missing? What is missing up here on the dash? And then I remembered, oh right, we just did a cleaning of the dash, and she never made her way back up there. Get your poop in a group. There you go, Avril. Welcome back. Okay. Well, you know what? I'm going to want to bring the bike rack back here probably, because I won't see myself going out in Lucky in the bikes unless we're going camping, right? And we got the other one on the back of Grace. So that means we'll be able to come back and get our camping mat proper. I wish there was a place to keep this, but they're really, you know what? We might be able to fuss with this and get it fitting in the basket. You know what? Never mind. I changed my mind. Just like that, because I'm an adult. I can do whatever I want. So we'll keep the camping mat, but the blue ox can definitely come out. You're gonna go over here. You can hang out with the space cadet. Hello. And we will grab the bike rack for the good ship Lucky. All right, I'm not gonna put it on right now because it sticks out quite a bit. So we'll do that right before we leave. Is that all we need? I don't know. Give me a minute. All right, we got some stuff loaded up here. Hopefully will come in handy on this trip and whatnot. I also found the basket for the EcoFlow Glacier. I did put the bike rack on the back of Lucky just to get it out of my way for now so that I could exist around in here. But yeah, the basket will come in handy and it actually will help organize this. I took it out forever ago because I didn't find myself using it. But I'd say I have use for it now. So give me 1 minute, probably less. Awesome, get all the mid flavors on the bottom so that when we reach back, we grab a mango or an apple pear, the absolute best flavors. Fridge is down to its temperature already. Slot this guy back in here. You see, I believe it's probably supposed to go on this side, right? Yeah, there you go. Cool. Now we got all this space over here that was the freezer to stock whatever else we might need. And it is far more tidy and organized. Now, I got a couple more things I want to show you guys just because they're really cool. One, I've never shared on the channel, and two is a huge throwback. But let's get the heck out of Lindsay's alley because Lucky's a little large and kind of taking up space. That's better down at the old haunt of Fish Creek Park, because why not? It's so smoky. I'm actually, you know what's funny is I'm looking forward to this BC trip because we're going to be able to escape the smoke. And how often am I able to say that? Go to BC to escape the smoke. Not often, but yeah, right now, currently out there, it's far better air quality than it is here. Oh, it's going to be one hell of a summer. But anyways, first thing I wanted to show you guys, I've been meaning to show this off on the channel for the longest time, and every time I remember it, I've misplaced it, and I can't find it, and then I just forget about it. When I do find it, I'm like, oh yeah, but I'm not filming. Today, everything came together in a perfect storm of teeny tiny Leatherman proportions, and you can't even see that because the lighting's terrible. There it is, just a little squirt, or just squirt, P4 Leatherman. So I talked in a fairly recent video, it was actually a video from years and years ago, where I talked about how my dad got me my very first Leatherman. Technically speaking, this was the very first Leatherman he got me. And yeah, it's just a little tiny keychain Leatherman. Look at that, what more do you need? It's got a pair of pliers on it, and it's actually, these ones are tiny bit better than the big ones. I was going to say, I thought they had a bit more of a spring in the pliers. I mean, it has some, which is better than the big ones. And then what else does it have in here? Just nice basic stuff, right? You got a couple screwdrivers, attachments and whatnot. And then there's a nail file in here as well, right? And then of course, the staple, you got to have the knife, as one does. So yeah, I just found this in a box of my things at Lindsay's garage. So I'll have to get it sort of cleaned up and maybe attach it to my key ring. So I stopped misplacing it. But yeah, the tiniest Leatherman. It's probably not the tiniest Leatherman, honestly. But yeah, all the Leatherman models have different names, and this one is the Squirt. I said what I said. And then here's the blast from the past. Found this in the garage, totally forgot I had put it there. And for those that have been around for a while, you'll know, but yeah, I still have me walking stick. There it is. I did notice, this is probably why I put it in storage, I was lazy at the time. The little rubber foot here has come detached from the wood, so just a bunch of glue, maybe even alien tape. It's holding the switch dock on the wall. But anyway, some super glue or something in there to hold that guy on. It makes quite a bit of difference when you don't have this like rubber stopper on the end. It's a hell of a shock absorber. So anyway, I shouldn't be out in this too much. I went for a walk last night around the block near Tortuga, and I could feel the smoke. Like, you can't smell it right now, at least I can't, but I started to feel it. I was starting to get a headache at the front here, and my throat started to burn just right at the back. So I'm not gonna be out in it too much, but we're here, we're in Fish Creek Park. I am reunited with me walking stick. So, carpe diem. All right, walking stick still works great. Shocking, I know. Got a notification from the UPS store that there's a couple packages there. Gonna swing by, grab those. Then it'll be back to Tortuga to get all of this extra stuff out of Lucky and put into storage. A lot of the other stuff that I had in the garage there are like spare parts for repairs that I know that Lucky will inevitably need. How do I know this? Because I used to work at a shop that specialized in the Chevy Expresses, and I watched these parts go the way of the dodo. So I have a couple spares on hand. Stuff like Pitman arms and idler arms and stuff like that. So we get that all squared away in the basement so that we have it. If there's a catastrophic failure, might seem silly to not have it in the van, but I will wager that it doesn't happen whilst I'm in the van. Not become detrimental anyway. All right. Not feeling too bad either. Wasn't nearly as long of a walk as last night though, so there's that. Smoke, smoke, go away. Come again. No other day. Okay, got everything put away in the basement. Got a load of laundry on, and hopefully that'll be it for now. I hear you. You coming to say hi? Yeah, come on. I was just about to open up some mail. Come here. Come on. No, you're just going to pause there in the doorway? All right, I'm not waiting on you. You feline fiend. All right. Starting off with an easy open tab. Very nice. This comes from Miss Jackie Stein. She says, I hope you and Brooklyn enjoy many meals in your new dig. So happy for you. From Jackie Stein. Thank you very much, my dear. Aw, she sent me some M&M Meats gift cards. Thank you very much, Jackie. I'm very happy to report that, yes, we've been eating in, obviously, a lot more. I don't think we've eaten out once since we moved in. And a lot of that is because I've been able to prep these awesome little homemade meals. And so this stuff really, truly does help. So thank you, Jackie. I am thoroughly enjoying that. And because of your help, I will be able to continue to do so. Okay, we got a couple packages here that look oddly similar. Let's see what we got here. Easy open tab, yes? Not too shabby at all, mate. Ooh, oh. From Francis Hamilton. Didn't you say, wouldn't it be nice if your dining room chairs were red plaid? I did say, oh, interesting. Huh. Well, there you go. We'll have to give that a shot here. Thank you very much. There we go. How many? So what do we got here? So they're two. It says Merry Christmas on it, though. Are they Christmassy? Because that's where I'm confused. Yeah, it just looks like buffalo check on the bag, but on the front, very Christmassy. There's only one way to find out for sure. Oh, good Lord. Oh, there's 4 in a thing. And we've got 8 covers? My goodness. Oh no, they're not Christmassy. There's going to be a lot of plaid in this room, though, including my Dixon hanging in the background. Thank you for bringing up the rear, as you do. Okay, hang on, let's see here. So this clearly needs to go like this. I mean, yes, I saw a lot of people say that there's nothing wrong with the white, and I'm inclined to agree because, oh my goodness gracious. It did go quite nicely, but damn. Yo, what? I don't even know if you can see that. Let's move the next box over here. Wow. Those fit perfect on these chairs too. Thank you so much. Oh wow, this room's just gonna be so me. I appreciate that. Maybe we'll get the rest of them set up. Well, you know what? Let's see what it feels like. Penny, look. We're so matchy-match. Everything in here. There we go. What do you think of that? Here, come here. What do you think? What do you think, Penny? What do you think? Is that so you? Hang on. Hang on. Oh, you sat right down. Oh, good girl. What do you think? Yeah, look at you. In your buffalo check chair. Now, how do I get out of here? Whoa, excuse you me, what? Excuse you me, what do you think you're doing up here? Absolutely not, little lady. Be gone with thee. So I was a little confused because yes, there's two identical packages, but only one had a from slip. I don't think Francis would send 8, and here's the problem, and it's the same problem I had in the last thing where I got the coasters and the butter dish. Right, we've got the matchy-match coasters and the butter dish, and I believe it was the same amount of confusion last time. Francis versus Rachel. I'm gonna have to reach out to you ladies on Patreon. Obviously we know one set for sure is from Leopard Girl, but I do remember Rachel sending me a message saying that she forgot to fill out a tag, so we're gonna have to confirm. I mean, it kind of works out because I've got these 2 other chairs from Mum, so the extra set will absolutely come in handy, and then we'll have 2 backups. So again, I'm going to say equally thank you to both of you. Well, obviously to Francis, yes, but I think she only sent 4. Oh, wow. I'm just thinking about my bedspread upstairs. I don't know how it happened, but it's very Canadian of me. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. And we've got a box that was dropped off in person by Roxanne. From Roxanne and JD fame. I hope you two are doing very well by the time this video goes live. Well, I hope you're doing very well all the time. Let's see what we got here. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Oh! Are you kidding me? Just when I was doing so well. Roxanne says, I don't care how well you're doing, because I'm going to load you up with absolutely as much candy as I possibly can. So much so that when you're filming it and opening it oh so dramatically, you are inevitably going to run out of hands to hold it all. Thank you very much, Roxanne. I feel like this is a belated Easter box. I might have a problem. Thank you. Obviously, we are set for a while now. Plus, I'm assuming this is probably for the Pirate Princess. Rainbow corns, puppy corn scented surprise. She will absolutely love that. Thank you very much, Roxanne. I'm for the sake of comedy, I didn't know this was going to be in here, although I probably should have. I did know that Roxanne was putting this together for me. She had reached out and she did mean to get it to the mailbox before Easter, but that just simply didn't happen. Air fryer liners, thank you very much. Those will come in handy. Those can go back into the good ship Lucky. Heck yes. Thank you so much. And wow, you can probably see it there. I don't know what the camera angle is, but give this book away. Oh, and she was telling me about this. So it's a book for Brooklyn and I to read. And then the intention, I believe, is to, this book belongs to, then Brooklyn writes her name, and then their Calgary, and then we give it away. And then hopefully the next person does the same thing. That is super cute. Well, maybe we'll take this to BC with us, read it there, and then find a place to donate it. Although I don't know how hard would it be to get out of that valley. I don't know. That is super cool. Thank you, Roxanne. She also loaded me up with an absolute metric F-ton of street taco kits by Old El Paso. Not sponsored. Thank you very much, Roxanne. That is very sweet and kind of you as always. Oh, it's going to take all my willpower to not just, God, there's so many mini eggs. Dive into all of this. I will share this to be sure. Thank you very much. Come on, push. You can do it. Hey. No? All right. And it's the next day. I was just getting rid of some of the things I didn't want to leave in the fridge. I had an open package of sausages I didn't feel like freezing, and eggs that I wanted to consume today, and then hard boil up. So we got all of that done, and we are taking off first thing in the morning for BC. So now I'm just out. We're gonna be hitting the laundromat. We got to get that blanket clean, and I'm right here by Canadian Tire. So I looked them up last night. They do have a couple different brands of oil on sale right now. Let's just see what Lucky's oil is at right now. I'm not on perfectly level surface, but that's okay because I'm mostly just looking for, damn, that's hot. It's almost like I was just driving the good ship Lucky. Just looking to see how dirty it is. Not the cleanest, but it's not that bad either. Let's see how accurate of a reading we can get. Right, she definitely has enough oil in her, and honestly, the oil's not too bad. I don't know how well you can see that. Not well at all. There you go. Right? But by the time we get to BC, it may be worth it, right? Especially if that sale on the oil is decent. So that's what we'll do. We'll pop in there, grab a big jug of oil, a small thing of oil, and a filter. Not Fram. I guess we'll go with MotoMaster. Hopefully they have it in stock, because if they don't, then it's going to be either an Auto Value stop or a Lordco stop. Oh, please just have it in stock. Even before that, though, I just noticed, like I've been dealing with the entire time I've had Lucky, her coolant's looking a little bit low in the reservoir. So we're gonna come back here, grab our already mixed antifreeze, and let's get her topped up in that regard as well. And we got the sheets nice and clean. We can get the bed made momentarily. And this is where I look, is right here on the reservoir. There's a cold fill line, and I can't see any fluid there. Ever since before I bought Lucky, when I took her in for that inspection, I was told that her transmission cooler lines were sweating. And still to this day, that is something I have not addressed, because it was told to me that it wasn't that, detrimental. And so far, it's proven that that is absolutely true. It hasn't been that detrimental. Lucky's been on the road for over 4 years now with me. So it just goes to show that some things you don't have to address immediately. I don't know for sure if that's where my coolant leak is coming from. I sort of think I have a water pump leak. Future Matthew and Lucky problem for sure. But as for now, here we go. Yeah, that was really low. Definitely want to have that topped up for a summer drive to BC in this heat. My goodness. Yeah, it's a little bit better. Couldn't see any of this green at all before. Now we're right up to the line where we need to be. Much better for the drive. And of course, poking around in Lucky's engine bay just for a few moments. I'm already filthy. All right, ripped in there. Was able to get this big bad boy on sale for $29.99, so $30 for that. We got a MotoMaster oil filter for $7.99, so $8. So there's what, 38 bucks? And then of course we had to, because of Lucky's capacity, we had to get one of these guys, the little 1 liters or quarts of the same oil to top her up when we're doing the change. Unfortunately, it was not on sale. How much was it? I think it was like $12.99, which is just stupid. Yeah, probably would have been better off just getting 2 of these and saving the oil, but I didn't. So either way, that's still, what did I say? It's $50 basically, right? Maybe around $54 after tax. And I think the last time I had an oil change done on Lucky at a Mr. Lube, I think it was close to $140, $145 or something, if I'm not mistaken. I'm misremembering that right now, and I can't find any receipts because I've cleaned out Lucky. But that is far cheaper, and it'll feel good to do our own oil. It always does when I do my own oil changes on Lucky. I've been doing it since day one, and I will hopefully do it right up till the final day of the good ship Lucky. It's inevitable, and all good things must come to an end. I also picked up this big bad boy, which is a stripping wheel for my angle grinder, which is out in New Denver, something we have to bring back with us. And I grabbed myself some rubberized rocker guard spray, the black stuff. Hopefully we'll do a little bit of delaying of the inevitable whilst we're out there. So all future Matthew problems. For now, laundry. And I'm not doing it at Tortuga because, like I said, the blanket's huge. All right, gonna be here for a little bit. Finally gonna get this blanket washed. I feel like I've been putting this off forever. Get it washed up and then into Tortuga, where it will be much more useful. And it'll be nice to have not such a bulky blanket in a good ship Lucky. Okay, tally freaking ho. Ooh, banner day. The laundromat is getting brand new washing machines. Fortunately, from what I saw, it looks like it's going to make them $1 more expensive. They used to be $4 for a wash load here. Regular washes. I'm using a big machine today. $7 for a big ass bulky blanket. But yeah, bunch of new machines. So, Coin Laundry. Nice. All right, whilst we wait, it is on washing. Oh, that reminds me. Hey Siri, set a timer for 22 minutes, please. Thank you.
Sure thing.
She's very polite as long as you are. While we wait, we can get the bed made, get all that stuff organized. That'll be one less thing to have to worry about tomorrow. Okay, nice. I love that the doors can still open with the bike rack on here. They cannot do that when the bikes are on the rack, but for now, very convenient. Alright, get our fitted sheet on here. There we go. Put it nice and tight, like a tiger. Oh, sorry, knocking you around a little bit. Hold on to your butts. Excellent. Flat sheet, please. And there we go. The blanket doesn't quite cover the entire bed, but that is a-okay. Looks super cool while it's back here. There's a couple more blankets out in BC that we can procure specifically to have in the good ship Lucky, and she is back, ready for business. Business being me sleeping in her. Or, like I said, in case of a situation where we have to hunker down while we're on the road, although I don't think that will happen. But yeah, the big body pillow I'm washing back at Tortuga, as well as I haven't brought down the regular pillows yet as well, but looking much, much better. Ah yes, zip ties, because of course. There we go, we got that swivel locked in. Oh. Because what else are we going to do while we wait for laundry to finish, you know? Take advantage of the downtime and get some editing done. Yeah, there you go. Get some fresh air in here. There we go. Just like old times. All set up and ready to go. How much time we got left on our timer? Not too shabby at all. And the sky has cleared. It doesn't even seem like there was so much smoke 2 days ago. Anyway, you guys, I'm going to leave this one here. Thank you so very much for watching. And until the next one, just go out there, be happy, be creative, be yourselves. Most importantly, be positive. And remember, only dead fish go with the flow.